Hello and welcome to Full Follow with me today. I have Andy from the Auckland series. How you doing today, Andy?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Oh, pretty awesome. Just working out some few details here before the show today. And so, for starters, why don't you tell my viewers a little bit about yourself, please?
Well, my name's Andy. I've been racing for I guess about 25 years now. Um, Made the jump into modifieds and midgets in my 20s, and was able to put together a little Arcid Menards deal with. I bought a car and then got some help and drive for a car owner now that kind of took over the operation, and I get to go run ARCA series races and modified races and midget races, and now we're just racing all year.
Yeah. So, what are you racing now that Oscar's done?
Well, we got Daytona coming up. We're doing Daytona and Phoenix right at the start of the year, and then we get like a month off, and then we go Talladega, Rockingham, and then we jump right over to Kansas, and then Memorial Day will be at Charlotte. So still working on some sponsorship to make the season a little bit longer, but we're doing a lot of races on the front half of the season. Then we're going to go to Michigan and Watkins Glen too.
Yeah. So, so how long have you been racing then? I mean, has racing always been in your blood, or is
Yeah,
it
certainly
some?
goes back to my family. My mom was a racer. My dad, my uncle were both racers, and I kind of grew up with it, to say the very least. So definitely something that's been sort of ingrained in me, and then something I'm been lucky enough to been able to have some good help to be able to keep doing it, and have had some success while doing it.
Yeah. So what are you planning on doing this next year? Do you plan on doing any cut races or just sticking with the Aqua thing full time?
The front half of the season is gonna be pretty busy with ARCA. We're gonna run. See, I got my shop going on here. We're gonna run midgets indoors a couple times here in January. In the middle of those two races, we're gonna do the Daytona test, and then it'd be pretty heavy with ARCA. Kind of February, March, and April, and then into May, and then kind of depending on what happens with sponsorship with the ARCA or at the ARCA series, we may do it a little bit less, do a little bit more with the modified at that point, probably as the summer gets here.
Yeah.
Uh, that's we're probably gonna run, I'd say the first five, I think we're running the first six ARCA series races. And then that way we kind of use our sponsorship dollars to get us to those first six. So if we're up in the points, then it might be easier to kind of get some sponsorship dollars rolling and keep going. And we have a chance at the championship.
Yeah, that's everybody's goal, isn't it? The championship when you set out in a major series like that. So,
Yeah, and I think we're definitely um probably not, we're somewhere in the middle probably as far as funding. We're not spending near the money that some of the top teams are, but we got a lot of really smart people and we're doing a lot of things really well where we on the right day we can contend with them for sure. And we're starting to, I feel like last year, we were getting to where we're pretty consistently around that fifth place position. So we're starting to gap ourselves a little bit from maybe the second tier of the ARCA field in a lot of those races. So we're kind of probably somewhere in that middle ground where we're not we're somewhere between the first and the second tiers of the ARCA series. But for this will be our third year with that program and being relatively small. It's been pretty cool to be part of it and be a part of watching it grow and being one of the guys at the shop and at the track and just doing everything we can collectively to make it a better deal.
So talk to us about, because what prompted me to do this interview was the ad you put out for sponsorship. So um and you and I have a little bit of talking history that ended up not producing into anything until now. I kind of forgot. I messaged you before on Facebook. And so talk to us about what you're looking for in a sponsor or anything you want to say about that program.
Certainly, and I appreciate the opportunity to do that. There's sort of two tiers of sponsorship. There's our primary sponsors where, you're going to kind of be the focus of the weekend, have some say on paint schemes and all that, and then there's like the secondary tier where we look for, like a door sponsor, like something sort of like you'd see like maybe like Ice Whiskey maybe down there. Mike sells golf carts on the door where we those are typically smaller dollar numbers, but still really good exposure. And for those, we kind of look for like local businesses, like contractors and people like that, may want to bring some employees to the races and come check it out. So pretty big range of options and what we can do. And for our team, if you do find value in getting your business in front of on TV, we have done a really good job, I feel, of getting it's our share of the media coverage and then in the TV broadcasts. And certainly we've been running well and running in the top five. And the Fox broadcast has been pretty generous with talking about us and sharing our story and getting us some TV time. So certainly we feel like there's an ability there for sure to get you on TV if you do join forces with us.
So talk to us about the expectations you look for in a sponsor. What sort of do you look for in a sponsor to say, hey, let's do this?
Well, it's twofold, right? Like we're not just looking for a handout. We're not a charity. We feel like we do a good job with our social media, and we feel like we do a good job of getting attention to the people that we're working with. So, we I treat it like we're selling an opportunity, and certainly, anyone that comes in and sponsors us is a generosity towards us as well, and it's treated that way as well. And anyone that puts your name on our race car, you're helping us go race. So that's certainly something that's always appreciated, and I think we're all grateful for that. But we try to sell it as kind of being a big but small operation. We have probably the most guests on pit road, and the people that are working with us that are represented on the car become pretty close to the race team, probably more so than any other team you're going to find in the series for sure. So we sort of sell that we make it fun for people that are working with us. And we always have the best food layout and a lot of hospitality. And there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff when we go modified racing. And we try to make it inviting for everybody that wants to be involved. And like I say, those are the people they're keeping the wheels turning on the whole program. So we need the sponsors to make it happen. And in the same breath, I feel like we also offer a pretty good opportunity to be on TV and something that's fun to go do and be a part of. So hopefully it works good for them too.
Well, thanks for coming on today to Full Follow. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you're new. Andy, send me over some details and stuff if people want to get a hold of you. How do they do that?
Well, you can email me. We're on all the social medias if you just want to message me on one of the social medias through Andy J Racing or me personally. But my email is andyj@classmotorsports.com. That's KLAS motorsports.com. and be happy to send you out a sponsorship package with pricing and everything you need to know if you want to get involved. So we're gonna say we're always looking for new family members to join forces with, and like I say, if you check us out on social media with Andy J Racing, you'll see we got a pretty strong following, and I feel like with the right opportunity, we could do a lot together.
All right. That will do it for this edition of Full Follow. We thank Andy for coming on. And I will
I
talk to you guys later. This has been Justin Pusher Full Follow. Goodbye, everyone.